Hello and welcome back to the MineTrek game server. I thought I would do a real quick update on what's going on with the Enterprise E. This will be update 35. Mad Squirrel and I believe Blue Phobes have been very busy. They've went ahead and made a new lounge, the Lion's Den Bar and Lounge. Shall we take a look? Check it out. There's Mighty M. Heller. Yeah, they really want the town on this thing. This is probably some of the most impressive work I've seen as far as lounges go in a very long time. Which is to say, since last time Matt did a lounge. Guy is full of decorative talent. It's very nicely done through here. The grotto he's done, some of his best work has been put out onto this e-build. Very, very cool. Hats off to you guys. This is really, really outstanding work here. Nachete. When I first saw this, I was like, lions? Oh my god. I knew exactly what they were. It's like, how did you pull that off? I mean, because you wouldn't think, something like this could be done and so effectively. But then again, look at what Django pulled off in the Starbase 117 grotto that he did. I mean, he had little teeny starships and stuff. So yeah, this stuff here is pretty darn cool. Who knows, maybe one of those little starships might find its way into this build someplace. You never know. But again, this is really nicely done, guys. Very nicely done. Anyways, real quickly I'll show you what I've been working on. I figured best case scenario, we need to have a lift that goes all the way to the back of the ship, given that there's such a long corridor now. So what I did is I took the lift. It used to stop right here, and this was a through corridor, and right here is the torpedo launcher. I didn't want to interfere with the torpedo launcher because I need all this room I can for torpedo storage. So what I did is I moved the lift, if I can get in here, no I can't, into the center of the corridor and dropped it down. And basically it runs along the roof now of the hangar, kind of a open exposed thing. I don't know, it kind of gives it that J.J. Abrams feel kind of a thing, I think, more of an industrial tube kind of a feel. But it comes back here, and then it splits off. We'll go this way, because this is the more complete side. Drops down, and opens into a catwalk here, overlooking the aft section of the hangar, which again comes back through here into a corridor. And I'm thinking, I've already started the process. Hopefully I can get Blue or Mad to take it on, but turn this whole area into like a open lounge, just all the way up through here, and when it's reintegrated into the ship, provided that everybody likes what we're doing here, we could put it back into the ship. I think it's a good way to go. I mean, we got to do what we got to do. This will be some sort of servicing room or something, but we got to do what we got to do, And we had so much real estate back here that it was just, if you look at this, I mean, it looks badass with that tube right there. It really does. And the reason I didn't cover this up is because I just love the way it contrasts. Somebody did something down here which is kind of cool, so we'll show you what it looks like. If it is covered up, it'll be like that. And again, that's even cool too. But, either if it's open or if it's covered, it still looks really cool. Just, it's kind of neat. It reminds me of a little bit is that movie, The Black Hole from like 1979. This kind of reminds me of that, one of those transport tubes. Anyways, I did cover it up here, and the reason for it is this is all black, and we do have sort of a reference image. It kind of, if you see the reference image, it's something like this. So, but at any expense, I remember when I was working on this, my idea was I was going to try and fit it in, and I never did it. And I kept running into some other issues. I don't remember what it was, but I was getting frustrated. So we left it out, and then I was shooting a video a couple of days ago, and I tried to describe what I wanted or what I should have done. And then it just occurred to me, why don't I just pull this section out and do it? And I did. And by doing that, I also ended up lowering this down, so we now have a corridor and a room back there, and I'll show you that real quick. It really doesn't alter anything. All we do is we just right here, we just have this right here. And since these roof arcs are the same height, it doesn't affect the overall height for the shuttle, which is kind of cool. But anyways, the turbo lift again comes here and goes further down. We'll take that in a second, but you have this nice little balcony catwalk thing with a nice conference room right here, and then we could step up into here into the control area, which again, I really like how you guys did that. That is really neat. And you overlook, and it really doesn't affect what you see. You can still see all the way down at the end of the hangar, which is kind of cool. And instead, you know, if you have to, you can go all the way down here to this deck, which is mostly a Jeffries tube, and then down onto the hangar again itself, which I think is really neat. I mean, it does. If you look at it from these angles, it looks really cool. I'm really hoping the guys will sign off on it, because I'd love to reintegrate this into the ship as soon as possible. Since so many people worked on this hangar, it's, you know, I need to get Matt's approval. I think I've got the bombs already. I know I've got Matt Heller. It's M. Heller. We call him Matt Heller. I don't know why. Anyways, but we got M. Heller. We have Matt. I need to get Matt, and I need to have. I'm going to ask Panic to sign off on it too, but really it's just Matt at this point. It's just Matt and the bomb that I need to agree to the change. I hope they do though, because I really like it. Anyways, the turbo lift comes down, so now we have access back here. And again, this will most likely just be a corridor for the most part, just kind of an open area corridor, because it opens into this area. So it's more or less a functioning part of the hangar itself. So I really don't know how to lay this area out. I was thinking maybe if push comes to shove, just, I don't know. I'll have to have a think about on that. Again, it comes back into here to this servicing area here where we were just at. And we'll go down one more deck here real quick, and then we're on the hangar itself. If I can get down here, there we go. And again, look at that. Isn't that just, I love the catwalks. It's just a really cool idea. It really works, and it utilizes more space than we were wasting. So we get an added benefit of gaining more space on that we can put stuff in. And I like how it looks from this back end as well. It doesn't really take much away from the hangar, but it adds so much to it. It gives the hangar character. It really does. It gives the hangar a lot more. And this hangar is loaded with character. Absolutely chocked full of character. And these guys did a fantastic job with this hangar down here. So I just wanted to add a little bit to it. Anyways, we'll go down to the, oops, go down one more deck too far. We'll go up one more deck here. There we go. Fix. Anywho, all I did is I just filled the walls in. So that's all I did. I just filled them in. It doesn't affect the outside of the ship at all. It's just I filled these in. And I figured if anything, windows. But I can't do that till if I put a window in here, then I got to go right across and do it over there, or else we'll have a continuity issue, and we don't want that. But ooh, it's nice and dark. Probably just what the hell? Anyway, so this is a corridor that comes all the way down here, and we have a turbo lift right here, and again up into the hangar, or into the machine area, or the, I guess you would call it, the maintenance area. This will all be Jeffries tube setup, which comes down into here and goes off into this area here, a little servicing area, and then there's atmospherics is right behind that wall, and then we have all the stuff back here, which is all labeled. Just hasn't been built yet. It arrives Tuesday. Anywho, we'll go down one more level here, which I believe is the final level. And the main reason for this being here is this long corridor right here. And granted, I did have to rework it slightly. I had to move the corridor, which was further in, move it out just a little bit so that I could accommodate that lift. So it comes along here, and then it kind of makes it jog this way, which really actually lent itself really well, because then I could keep this Jeffries tube here. And then right behind this wall is a transporter doohickey. So I gained all this space in here for this, and almost as much space on the other side as well. And granted, the lower sections here of the parking bay are slightly different because we have this hangar here, then over there we don't. So I was able to push that wall back at least 2 more blocks on all the way through, which is a big bonus because we gain more parking space over there. There's M. Hiller again. Anywho, he's probably chatting with me and I have my chat turned off. Sorry, M. As you can see, this is all through here now. And this is just a mock-up of the corridors because there's really nothing through here, so it was pretty easy, just a no-brainer to mock it up. And again, we go back to one of the lounges Matt had worked on. So let me check my chat real quick here. If I can hit the right key. Nope. Looks like we're okay. Over here has been a little bit of a problem. Not really a problem per se, just I have to remap the whole area a little bit. Not map, restructure the area a little bit. So that, you know, come up in here now. And we got a little room right here, and we get these rooms. And instead of setting these lengthwise, I set them shallow-wise, I guess, sideways. And I shortened them. I figure these things just fold in like so and fold out. So I put the work bees in so I could gain all this through here. Don't mind those blocks; those are just for placing and stuff. And we have this turbo lift, which again is the other half of the turbo lift. We get this big room here. I forget what we had in here. It's not labeled. This was added after all the labeling was done. But it'll probably be, most likely, force field systems, very similar to what's on the Voyager. And then we come out to the catwalk into the parking bay. See, there's a big force field right there. So that's probably what that area here is going to be, is for that lift and that force field. And got a little head area here, and then a little Jeffries tube that takes you up and down. And we shall go up one more here, and then we're back in the hangar. And then, of course, the long hallway here. Then we're up to here, and we're back to the catwalk. I would like to show you what I'm working on in this lower bay real quick here. I went ahead, I'm going to go ahead and turn off Gamma Bright. And I went ahead and used some of the new blocks, which haven't been textured yet. But they're a light block, so I just figured I'd just stick them here for right now. I could always change about the pumpkin lighting later. But I thought they were such a neat looking block that I wanted to use them at some point. But I went ahead and roofed through here in this hangar. I figured, what the heck, you know what, it needed to be done, and I have it out. I might as well just go ahead and work on it. And it's really reminiscent of a large hangar on board an aircraft carrier. That's kind of what I modeled it after, was that, as well as I could from memory. So, and I've been going through and I've been trying to make sure all this stuff here, I even got this area here is all done up, trying to do it as I go. And I'm routing, you know, conduit where I can, because again, the two sides are not uniform. You can see it runs long length of ship there, through here. And what I did here, I'm going to turn Gamma Bright back on, is since this side of the ship's different, we have cargo bay, atmospherics, and force fields. I think we're going to move that to the other side, and we're going to turn this into, I'm thinking, possibly a small EVA locker that goes out to the bottom of the ship. It's my thoughts. Anywho, I could be wrong. But I went ahead and put a bunch of batteries and stuff back here, because they won't fit on the other side, but they will fit here, and I figure it's a good use of space, so hopefully M approves. Anyways, I do appreciate you watching. Again, this has been the MineTrek.net game server. If you'd hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Please also visit our Facebook page, and if you would, hit the like button there. And if you feel like donating to the server, I know M. Heller, who's out of pocket for maintenance on the server and everything else, would greatly appreciate any and all donations. Anywho, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.